Tonight, a reprieve at Algonquin College.
The program specifically, so many people need that program to be able to move forward to the next step.
Rethinking the next round of program cuts after an Ontario government funding announcement yesterday. Powerful presence. The Prime Minister and all of Canada's federal leaders travel to Tumbler Ridge, BC, to lay flowers and participate in a planned vigil this evening. And could our food be more likely to make us sick after public service cuts?
We're just demonstrating to Canadians here today the importance of public services, specifically the work that's done at the CFIA.
One union arguing that paring down workers at the Canadian Food Inspection Agency could compromise food safety. Good evening. Some Algonquin College students are feeling hopeful tonight after word from the school it will at least delay a decision on whether to cut dozens of programs. This comes after the Ontario government announced new funding for post-secondary institutions and lifted the tuition freeze. CTV's Caitlin Wilson joins us live now with more. Caitlin.
Yeah, Patricia, last year Algonquin College cut 37 programs and put its Perth campus up for sale to cover a major financial deficit. And dozens of other programs were about to disappear as well. But now those cuts are on hold after a provincial funding announcement. Aurora Laurenti is a student at Algonquin College. She's in Pre-Health Pathway, a one-year program that was set to be cut in the fall.
Not everyone has those grades right out of high school to be able to move on to the next step. So removing such a big program, like it's one of the health program's biggest programs, seemed like a pretty bad decision.
The college's Board of Governors was expected to vote later this month on suspending another 30 programs as the school tries to address ongoing financial challenges after the federal government implemented a cap on international students.
It sucks for the students in high school. They go into high school, take all the classes, work hard on high school, then get applied into Algonquin, and then they find out that, they can't take it anymore.
But after the Ontario government announced $6.4 billion in additional funding for colleges and universities this week, Algonquin is delaying that decision.
Exciting. Good news.
Along with new funding over the next 4 years, the province is lifting a 7-year tuition freeze, allowing schools to raise tuition up to 2% a year. In a statement, Algonquin's president says while this is positive news, the college continues to face significant financial challenges and must remain focused on its long-term sustainability.
It could go either way, to be honest, so I'm just holding out hope that they don't take out 30.
And the uncertainty isn't only affecting students. The union representing professors, instructors, and staff say it's already lost about 15% of its members.
We would, of course, be looking for no cuts. But if cuts are necessary, we're asking that there would be a real consideration to the effect on not only our students currently, but our community as a whole moving forward.
For students like Aurora, the program she's in will exist long enough for her to graduate. But what happens after that is unclear. And the college says it needs time to review the details of the provincial funding before making a final decision. The board vote on the proposed program cuts that was set for later this month will now be rescheduled. Patricia?
CTV's Caitlin Wilson reporting live for us tonight. Thank you. You can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on the proposed college cuts at Algonquin and the new funding for colleges and universities. It's a bold display of the possible consequences of inadequate food inspection. A federal union setting up a table just meters from Parliament Hill today with commonly recalled food in an attempt to sound the alarm about planned cuts to the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. CTV's Natalie Van Roy is live with the latest on this. Natalie.
Well, Patricia, last month the CFIA confirmed a plan to eliminate 587 jobs. The union says today's demonstration was to raise awareness about what the cuts could mean for consumers.
It's a public display of defiance against cuts at the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. Union members and CFIA employees setting up a table only meters away from Parliament Hill, pretending to dine on food that's been commonly recalled for consumers.
We're just demonstrating to Canadians here today the importance of public services, specifically the work that's done at the CFIA to make sure that the food that Canadians eat is safe.
Each food item on this table carefully selected. meat, pistachios, and romaine lettuce.
There's been many issues with romaine lettuce over the years, and with our food inspectors, they made sure that the lettuce, was treated properly.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency oversees things such as recalls and food safety. As part of the federal government's public service cuts, 587 positions will be eliminated at the agency.
My concern is that it's not only going to be people losing a job, it's going to be introducing a risk for everyone that's eating every day.
In a statement to CTV News, the agency confirms it remains focused on protecting food safety, managing risks related to animal and plant health, and using evidence and rigorous science. And that despite the cuts, $30 million is being reinvested in the agency, primarily to strengthen food safety inspection and frontline services. But those seated at this table still concerned for the future.
When everything's going well, like when the job is done, it's something that's going on in the background. But if we don't do the job, more people will get sick and even people can die.
And at today's display, the union acknowledged that Canada issues hundreds of food recalls annually, and most are detected early and contained quickly because of scientists and trained inspectors. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Natalie Van Roy live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, meantime, pushback continues over the federal government's plan to require public servants to start working in the office more frequently. In May, executives will have to start working in the office full time, and in July, all other employees will have to go back 4 days a week. Another Liberal MP is now calling for flexibility. Jenna Sudd says the new policy is creating uncertainty for the thousands of public servants who live in her riding.
I will continue to work with you, with our government, with my National Capital Region colleagues, calling for meaningful flexibility as this policy is being implemented.
Suds made those comments yesterday at a House of Commons committee. Earlier this week, Bruce Fanjoy, the Liberal MP for Carleton, called on the government to reconsider the return to office mandate. Still ahead, a 13-cent mistake. Canada Post apologizes after sending an Ottawa family's Valentine's Day gesture to veterans back for underpayment. That story just ahead. Well, here's a live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Beautiful evening, -5 out there right now. Beautiful inside at the National Arts Centre as well. That's where Jackie is tonight for a festival that's happening this weekend, Jackie.
Yes, Patricia, we are teeing up the Big Bang Festival, which will bring out families, kids of all ages to celebrate the arts, culture, and music, and we'll have more on that in a bit. But you mentioned it. It's -5 right now in downtown Ottawa, feeling spring-like considering the frigid temperatures that we've had over the last couple of weeks. And again, we may be anticipating some periods of light snow throughout eastern Ontario, but for here in Ottawa, it's going to be looking like clear skies for the weekend. Now, take a look now through the temperatures. Right now, it is about -5 throughout eastern Ontario. There is that snow moving through Trenton, as well as Bancroft and Pembroke, but from Ottawa, Cornwall, as well as Brockville, mainly clear skies, and this will continue for really most of the evening. Overnight lows going down to about -6 in the midnight hour. Keep in mind there is a risk of freezing drizzle, so keep an eye if you are out on the roads late, especially as the weather starts to warm up. Tomorrow morning, -9 is what we're starting things off with. That's the coldest it will really be. We're warming up to about -3, but again, with those northwesterly winds moving through, it's going to feel closer to -8. So yeah, I did mention snow for tonight, but it won't last very long. By the time tomorrow morning rolls around, we are anticipating mainly sunny skies, and that will carry us into Sunday. Monday, maybe a different story. We'll have a closer look at your long-term forecast in just a bit. Patricia.
Well, turning now to the latest on the mass shooting in Tumbler Ridge, BC. Canada's political leaders arrived in the town today to offer their support to grieving community members. Prime Minister Mark Carney, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, Interim NDP leader Don Davies, Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet, and Green Party leader Elizabeth May lay flowers at a growing memorial this afternoon. They are also set to attend a vigil to honor the victims this evening. CTV's Kathy Lee is in Tumbler Ridge with more on how the community is coming together.
Despite the devastation, there is compassion and care from everyone I've spoken to. It's a testament to how close everyone is in Tumbler Ridge.
Amber Bell's love language is cooking,
In the depths of profound grief, she is still making sure her community is fed.
My daughter and my husband and I went around to every single house last night and brought food.
The nourishment for those navigating a nightmare after 8 people, mostly children, were shot at the secondary school and this home in Tumbler Ridge. Belle's 2 children were in class at that time. They are safe, but her heart aches for the young ones that didn't make it out, all of whom she knew personally.
They were all so amazing in their own right, but for us personally, the loss of Kylie is devastating. She was a part of our family too. We've known her whole life.
But even in her despair, the mother is buoyed by the support.
I feel the support. I can feel the love of the country, community.
In a community where everyone knows each other by name, the love is felt at every corner.
I've only been here 5 years, and I haven't lost that. But you know what? They're my kids too. They're my kids too.
This town has been through other difficult times, like a wildfire in the past, and they say they were resilient and overcame that, and will do the same this time by leaning on one another, as they always do. Kathy Lee, CTV News, Tumbler Ridge, BC.
We are also learning more details tonight about the shooter who carried out the horrific attack as the RCMP continue to investigate.
In speaking with investigators, there was no specific targeting of any individuals. This suspect was, for lack of a better term, hunting. They were prepared and engaging anybody and everybody they could come in contact with.
The RCMP have also released a photo of the shooter, identified as 18-year-old Jesse Van Rootselaar. Police say they recovered 4 firearms, 2 at the high school and 2 at the home where the suspect's mother and brother were killed. Stay with CTV News for continuing coverage of the mass shooting in Tumbler Ridge. For updates on radio, tune in to News Talk 580 CFRA and CTV News channel at any hour. Well, the country's top court has canceled the result in the Montreal area riding of Terrebonne from last spring's federal election. The justices announced their decision following a hearing today after a woman in the riding revealed that she had mailed in her vote for the bloc but discovered it was never counted after her special ballot was returned due to an error on the envelope's address. The Liberal candidate was declared the winner by just 1 vote over the Bloc Québécois candidate. Elections Canada says a by-election will be held. Ontario Premier Doug Ford is backing down from his threat to pull Crown Royal off LCBO shelves.
So this is what I think about Crown Royal. That's what they could do.
That's a sharp reversal from last September when, as you'll recall, Ford poured out a bottle of the liquor to protest the manufacturer's plan to close a plant near Windsor and move jobs to the U.S. The province has reached a deal with that manufacturer, which has committed $23 million in new investments in Ontario. Well, smoke was billowing above the ByWard Market this morning after a fire at a restaurant downtown. The fire started in the kitchen stove of the Lone Star on George Street near Dalhousie. Happened just before 10 o'clock. The flames spread up the back wall and through a vent. Fire crews managed to contain the fire to that area. No injuries were reported.
Our first arriving truck arrived 2 minutes after being dispatched to the call and quickly made entry with a hose and found the fire in the kitchen on the stove. It had spread up through a vent system, so we set up a ladder on scene as well.
An Ottawa health inspector was called in to inspect the kitchen. The restaurant remains closed tonight, and it's not known when it will reopen. OC Transpo says this evening there's been a slight improvement in bus service since the start of February. The Transit Services GM says fewer trips were canceled so far this month than in late January. OC Transpo says there are more buses available and service is expected to further improve closer to spring. And we are looking for Ottawa's worst commute. Do you use public transit? How long does it take you to get to your destination? If you think you have Ottawa's worst commute on OC Transpo, contact us at ottawanews@ctv.ca. We want to tell your story. Well, the Canadian men's hockey team back on the ice today in Milan and looking very solid. They followed up an opening round win against Czechia with a 5-1 victory over Switzerland. That game just ending about a half hour ago. Here's CTV's Scott Hurst now with a look at how the rest of Team Canada fared as we near the end of week 1.
Courtney Saroux proudly displays both her medals from Milano Cortina.
I feel so grateful. It feels unbelievable.
The 25-year-old from Moncton, New Brunswick, is Canada's first double medalist at these Olympic Games. She won silver earlier in the week alongside her teammates in the mixed relay event and bronze in the women's short track 500-meter.
I didn't want to leave the ice with any regrets, so I just went for it and gave everything, and it got me some extra bling.
And she has a shot at even more medals to come in the Olympic competition. Staying on the ice, a busy day for the men's curling team led by Brad Jacobs. They're the oldest group in the men's curling competition and used every bit of age and experience in a 6-3 win over the Americans, who are the youngest squad in the competition. Team Canada also beat Sweden today. The Canadian rink is now 3-0. On the women's side, a stunning upset for the top-ranked Canadians. Rachel Homan's squad lost to the Americans 9-8. With the loss, Team Canada is now 1-1 in the preliminary round. Their next game is tomorrow against Great Britain. Mark McMorris has been cleared for competition after a nasty crash that kept him out of the Big Air event last weekend. The 3-time defending Olympic bronze medalist in men's snowboard slopestyle will now get a chance at another podium. Slopestyle qualification begins on Monday. The women's hockey team is back in action on Saturday, now into the knockout round. The reigning Olympic champions will play Germany in the quarterfinals. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
And taking a look now at the medal standings, Norway still out there in top spot, followed by Italy and the U.S. Canada with 3 silvers and 4 bronze medals.
It says return to sender for weight and dimensions, even though on February 2nd it was weighed and checked thoroughly.
Well, coming up, a lovely gesture for veterans. This Valentine's Day goes undelivered after an error by Canada Post. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. We are hanging out again at the National Arts Center. We've got Ed Lister. You are with Brass Tacks, and we'll be performing all weekend long. How does it feel to be back here?
It's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. We're here tomorrow, and we're here on Sunday as well. We have 3 shows a day, and it's going to be a blast.
Come check it out. Again, now you play a little something for us to take us to break. Here we go. And here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam, showcasing Chateau Laurier. It's -4 right now here in the capital.
Saving lives is what they do. February is Heart Month, and together we can support the University of Ottawa Heart Institute in providing world-class cardiac care. For almost 50 years, our community has played a critical role in advancing the Institute's life-saving work. Your donation will support groundbreaking research, innovative patient care, education, and prevention. To learn more, visit FebruaryIsHeartMonth.ca.
Proudly sponsored by CTV.
Today's Snow Report brought to you by Calabogie Peaks. Play outside at Calabogie Peaks, the big mountain close to home.
Well, here is today's snow report heading into the weekend at Calabogie Peaks. All 3 lifts are operating. 21 runs are available. As we take a look elsewhere in the region, here's what we are seeing at Camp Fortune. 5 of 7 lifts and 23 runs. All 3 lifts at Edelweiss, 21 runs available. And at Mont Cascade, 4 of 6 lifts and 20 runs.
Hi from the Peaks. Come play where big days make big smiles. We get an A+ for adventure. Calabogie.com.
Well, every Friday we want to put the spotlight on 3 good things happening in our city, and tonight we want to highlight some of the ways you can enjoy the Family Day weekend in the capital.
Like tube slide there is always one of our favorite parts.
We've come from out of town, Kingston, to enjoy the snow.
It is the final weekend of Winterlude. The festival runs until Monday. Many families were out at Jacques-Cartier Park today enjoying the snow slides, and it is perfect weather for the Winter Festival with both sunshine and warmer temperatures in the forecast. And this Monday, you can also enjoy the Mayor's Free Family Day skating party at the City Hall Rink of Dreams. The event happening from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring your skates and helmets and enjoy skating while listening to music from a live DJ. Skate rental also available on site. And there will be a free family fitness class and hot chocolate. And you can enjoy ice fishing for free in Ontario this Family Day weekend. There's no need to purchase a license or outdoors card to get out and fish from tomorrow through Monday. The province is reminding anyone who does head out for ice fishing, though, to be safe. Remember that clear blue ice is strongest, while honeycombed ice is weaker. This is the first of 4 times this year when residents can fish for free in Ontario. Well, do you have a story for us to include in our 3 Good Things segment? Something light, happy, a community event, or a notable achievement to brighten the day? Send your ideas to ottawanews@ctv.ca. The Navan family was trying to spread some love this Valentine's Day by sending homemade Valentine's cards to veterans, but they weren't delivered. Canada Post returned them with a note that the postage was short just 13 cents. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
Some Valentine's.
Some Valentines?
It's a way to share some love with veterans on Valentine's Day.
We found out about this program through Canada Remembers, and it's just a way to commemorate veterans.
Canadians like Ellen and Stephen Edwards and their young children can create homemade Valentine's cards.
Maybe put a smile on their face.
They're shipped to Veterans Affairs Canada and Prince Edward Island, then given to vets. But their cards never made it.
It says return to sender for weight and dimensions.
Just getting sent back over 13 cents was difficult to see.
The family says they did everything right, shipping through their local post office, confirming they had correct postage.
So initially I had one on, and then I had a roll of stamps with me, and she said, no, you have to add on a second one. And then she measured it, weighed it, and she said, yeah, you're all good to go.
Canada Post is apologizing, writing in a statement to CTV News, it was an unfortunate human error at a sorting and processing facility.
I would have paid $5, $10 to send it to veterans.
It's very disheartening. You know, you put in some time with your children to send a nice gesture, and then it just gets sent back over 13 cents, and it's clearly labeled that it was Valentine's for veterans, so it's just, it stings.
But the family not giving up. They're planning on hand delivering the cards directly to veterans at Pearly Health tomorrow.
We're going to make the most of it, and we're just trying to set a good example for, our children, to honor those who have served for us.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Good for them. Make it happen. Well, it is a great start weather-wise to the Family Day long weekend. Some taking advantage of the beautiful and sunny day over at the NCC Winter Trail in the Pine Grove sector. We've been waiting for this. This is near Leitrim Road in South Ottawa. How beautiful does that look? As we go back to Jackie now at the NAC for a look at the full weekend forecast. Jackie.
Yes, Patricia, I'm taking a peek outside of where we are. You could see the Rideau Canal, and there are a lot of people out here enjoying the weather, and expect you could continue this into the weekend because conditions are mild and also dry. And what a way to kick off this long weekend. Now, taking a look now, temperatures sitting around -5 for here in Ottawa. We saw a daytime high about -4, and I am loving that the days are getting much longer. That sunset getting closer and closer to 5:30. We've got those southerly winds moving through, which is why we are getting those warmer temperatures as well. Overnight lows across eastern Ontario really sitting between -5, -6 degrees. Keep in mind, though, there is a chance we could see light periods of snow moving in anytime between 8 p.m. and midnight, but it should clear by tomorrow morning, where, yes, with that sunshine, it's going to feel quite warm with the daytime highs sitting around the freezing mark to even 2 degrees. Yes, you heard that right. We are going to be on the positive side for this weekend in February, and that's the good news. You still want to bundle up, though. because we still have those cool winds moving through. Now across Canada, in Fredericton, it's about -4, clear skies. Halifax sitting around -3. You already see that warm up really happening in northern Ontario. Thunder Bay already at the freezing mark. Sudbury still at -5, Windsor at -1. And our friends to the west, yes, they've had a very mild winter. Calgary, it's 8 degrees. Regina, 2 degrees and sunshine. Vancouver sitting around 7 degrees with a little bit of rain as well. Now, this 7-day forecast is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. Valentine's Day Monday, temperatures will get to a daytime high of about 0. Sunday, -3. And you look at that overnight low into Monday, -8. Well, then we're going to shoot up to about 5 degrees is going to be the daytime high. There is a chance that we could see some flurries or rain showers, but again, that's a slim chance we could see that. Tuesday, though, 3 degrees. The warming trend will maintain with a mix of sun and cloud. Wednesday, we will get back down to about the freezing mark, but we could see some periods of snow as well. This Valentine's Day, you can express your love with the Charm Diamond Centers. From timeless classics to dazzling statement pieces, there's something for every love story. And we want you to celebrate that amazing person in your life. All you have to do is enter for your chance to win a $2,500 gift card to Charm Diamond Centers, is to scan the QR code on your screen, to head over to ctvottawa.ca to enter now. Wishing you the best of luck. So, Patricia, based on these temperatures that we're seeing for this weekend, very mild conditions, pretty dry as well, and there's lots to celebrate. You've got Family Day, you've got Valentine's Day, the final week of Winterlude, and part of those festivities is also here, the Big Bang Festival at the National Arts Centre, and we will be speaking to some very special ambassadors in just a bit.
So much to do. Love it. Thank you, Jackie. Well, just ahead, why the Ottawa Library is having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to extend the lease of its downtown branch.
Tonight, we're in Tumbler Ridge, BC, where a grieving parent shares his heartbreak.
It can give you like the best smile that you've never seen.
The father of Abel Mwanza opens up about love and loss after tragedy. Later on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
CTV News community and weather anchor Jackie Perez. Weeknights.
Well, the Capital Region is strengthening its bid to host a proposed international defense bank. Ottawa and Gatineau are launching a new task force aimed at turning the Capital Region into a global hub for defense innovation. And for local defense tech companies, it could be a game changer. CTV's Josh Morano reports.
Their own space. Inside 19's Ottawa office, the defense venture capital firm is developing advanced digital tools and operational systems.
We help the end user, like the Canadian Armed Forces, start to sort of take their effects-based capability planning, throw some private money at it, put a bunch of smart people together and build.
Founder Glenn Cowan says Ottawa-Gatineau is already home to top defense talent, making it the perfect location to grow a world-class innovation hub.
We're seeing a renaissance of defense tech, and no better place to build in Ottawa.
Leaders in the region agree, launching a new defense innovation hub task force.
300 companies from the defense and security industry. Be a champion for those companies.
Chaired by Ottawa and Gatineau mayors Mark Sutcliffe and Maude Marquis-Bissonnette, alongside retired General Rick Hillier, the task force is the next step in trying to make the Capital Region the home for a proposed international defense bank.
Drawing on the success of both provinces at the same time, there's no other bid that offers that.
To have investment and business coming in the region, it means that we're offering better opportunities and employment opportunities for our citizens.
The task force will focus on unlocking billions of dollars in new business, infrastructure, and investments.
Our goal is to unlock $3 billion in new activity and investment for our local economy in Ottawa-Gatineau.
Ottawa already has 330 defense companies employing more than 10,000 people, like Cowan, who are hoping the hub helps put Ottawa on the global stage of defense innovation.
Let's start using words like win and lead, because Canada can win and we can be leaders for good in the world, and I think it starts right here in Ottawa.
Josh Morano, CTV News.
Tonight's big picture, a new crew rocketed toward the International Space Station this afternoon.
And liftoff. Go Falcon, go Dragon, and Godspeed Crew 12.
The 4 astronauts lifted off from Cape Canaveral today on an 8 to 9 month mission. They're replacing a crew that returned to Earth early because of a medical issue with one of the astronauts. SpaceX launched the replacements as soon as possible at NASA's request. Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. The Ottawa Library is being forced to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to extend the lease for its main branch downtown. The new Atasoki branch will not be ready to open this year, so staff have decided to extend the lease on the downtown building another 6 months to the end of June 2027 at a cost of $900,000. They're also keeping the option open to extend for another 6 months until the end of 2027 if needed, which would cost an additional $1.8 million. The new library was supposed to open this summer. Well, taking a look now at what will be open and closed in Ottawa on Family Day. If you're looking for something to do with your kids, the Winterlude Snow Bus will be running for free between Winterlude sites in Ottawa and Gatineau. Most museums will also be open Monday. Rideau Centre and Tanger outlets will be open. All other malls will be closed. Some grocery stores will be open, but LCBO and beer store locations will be closed. No garbage or recycling collection on Monday. It will be delayed by a day next week. Well, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so you may be looking for some chocolate, but it will likely cost you more this year. Chocolate prices are up more than 14% because of cocoa beans. Most of them come from West Africa, which has been having weak harvests because of extreme weather. Chocolate companies buy beans months in advance, so consumers won't see relief for some time. Chocolate prices were also up last year and in 2024. All right, let's go back to Jackie at the NAC with more on this really cool festival that is happening there, the Big Bang Festival, Jackie.
Okay, Patricia. Yes, the Big Bang Festival is happening. The NAC welcoming family, friends, kids of all ages, and you've got the best ambassadors to help represent. Ready?
Yeah. All right, guys, on 3, Big Bang. 1, 2, 3, Big Bang!
That's just a sample of what's going to be happening. This is one of the many rooms. They are turning the entire NAC space into a wonderful playground or a tornado of activities celebrating music, culture, as well as the arts. And I want to bring in Louis Sab here, professional breakdancer, I'd like to say. Talk to me about this room right here.
Okay, so basically, this is the hopscotch game, and it was first created by artist Tangent Lee as well as Rise Ashen. Here, we have a mix of house music, Afro, and many more. Also, Rise Ashen, a DJ, was used to DJ for yoga classes, which I find really inspiring and fascinating. Also, Tangent Lee is an amazing dancer with the hopscotch. Here,
like yourself.
Yeah, I'll show you a few moves. So we go 1, 2, up.
Nope, not as good.
1, 2, down. So,
but the goal is to go in between the lines. Okay.
Yeah, and basically, you want to move your legs onto the hopscotch like you were playing the game, but with rhythm. Okay, so
I love this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go, 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 go. Okay, this is just a sample. One of the ambassadors. Thank you. And I also have Hannah here. Hannah, what can people expect? Not just this room, but what was your favorite place as well?
I really enjoyed Space Palette. It was very fun because everyone could create music, but like in a way that they just tap, and then the screen in front of them would show different colors and different music that would be really fun. And there were these little pillow things that you could hug and feel the vibration.
I love it.
Was really fun.
And again, it's happening on Saturday. It's happening on Sunday, welcoming kids and families of all ages, and mostly free programming. Some programming starts at $7. Mateo, I'm just going to get you over here very quickly. If people don't, how would you describe it, Big Bang Festival to everyone? Because you're so hyped for it.
Well, I would describe the Big Bang Festival as a really fun and educative thing, because kind of literally all of the world's music is basically here just to perform for children, adults, and teens of all ages. So I would love if some people here could come to the Big Bang Festival.
I love it. Not just some, everyone. So I want to thank all of my ambassadors here. They're going to come close here. Patricia, just giving them a final shout out for bringing such amazing energy, and we're going to continue hanging out with them until the end of the show. So if you see them, you're coming down to the Big Bang Festival, make sure you say hi and give them a wonderful shout out.
And truly for everyone, I was talking to one of the DJs this morning who said 3-year-olds get up there on that musical hopscotch floor, and so do 90-year-olds. So look forward to that this
Everyone
weekend.
of all ages.
Thanks, Jackie.
Come in here and feel better. right? That's really what the whole goal is. Oh, it looks really nice.
Just ahead, how a Bell's Corners hair salon is helping people feel their best, including those living with alopecia or cancer.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Boal.
Ottawa's premier foodie fundraiser is back again. Join CTV as we support Taste for Hope, benefiting Shepherds of Good Hope. Indulge in mouth-watering creations by Ottawa's top chefs and make a positive impact. Wednesday, June 3rd at Brook Street Hotel. Your support will directly contribute to supportive housing programs and help those experiencing homelessness in our community. For more information and ticket details, head to tasteforhopeottawa.ca.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Well, February is Heart Month, and supporters of the University of Ottawa Heart Institute are helping light the capital red tonight. And as Ottawa is doing its part, you can see the hotel building lighting up the ByWard Market with a red glow in the sky. Also, at an iconic address in the heart of the city, Fairmont Chateau Laurier, proud to support the Ottawa Heart Institute. In honor of Heart Month, it is lighting Ottawa's Castle red to help raise awareness for heart health. Well, it's Black History Month, and one local salon and store owner says she's in the business of making people feel their best. CTV's Kimberly Johnson explains.
The owner of NY Hair wants everyone to feel completely themselves.
It's just fulfilling.
The store specializes in beauty supplies, wigs, and extensions for all hair types. It also has a salon.
When I get out of the building, I always look new and have something different, new colors in my hair. So I really appreciate this place.
Yutunde Dina says that she opened the shop 12 years ago after graduating from Carleton University's business school.
Yeah, okay.
First opening a grocery store, she says customers scooped up her hair extensions the most. So after finding a market for it, she says she sold the grocery store and focused on hair care and her customers.
I feel like I was really born to do this. So you get to communicate with them and know their style and actually order what they want. And so when they come and you're like, hey, I got you this.
Customers say this is a space where they can find things to express themselves.
Took some photo shoot and they just turned out very well, just because of the product.
Ingrid Luster says she found this place after moving from Burkina Faso and says braids are important in her culture.
It feels amazing. You know, sometimes when you leave your country, you feel like you left a lot behind and your own identity to fit in something new. But having a store that represents or bring choices that are from your different countries or from your own country makes you feel like, oh my God, they care about me. There is somebody here who understands how I feel.
And Dina says she sells products for every hair type. Many of her customers are those living with alopecia or cancer.
And we'll do our best to find something that you like and hope you leave your elevator feeling better than you did when you walked in.
After battling everything as a business owner, from the pandemic to tariffs, today Dina is expanding, reaching a goal of moving into a larger space in Bell's Corners.
I just feel like the sky is just the starting point.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
Well, just ahead, how the high price of gold is impacting Canadian mining companies. We'll have that story and more from our BNN Bloomberg newsroom.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Boal.
Far side pass, and it's a early shot. He scores!
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
A big February weekend ahead. Time now to check in with our iHeartRadio Weekender, Tanea Taylor. Tanea.
Calling all families, Disney on Ice is on this weekend at Canadian Tire Centre. Hit the road with Mickey Mouse and his pals for the Road Trip Adventures Show. Multiple showings to choose from between now and all the way through to Sunday. If you want to make some long-lasting memories with the kids, make sure you check it out. Next up, celebrate Family Day long weekend at the Canada Agriculture and Food Museum. This one features arts and crafts, story time, and even family movie times throughout the weekend, plus animal interaction opportunities like groom a calf. I wanted to check this one out myself. Last on the list, Igloo Fest Gatineau is back this weekend, also known as the hottest dance floor of the winter, and it features over a dozen DJs taking the stage over the course of the weekend, plus food trucks, interactive fun on site, and lots more. Bring your friends and have some midwinter fun. As usual, lots more happening this weekend around the capital. For the full list and all the details, check ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, my name's Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
The high price of gold helped push up revenue for one of Canada's top gold mining companies. BNN Bloomberg's Marilla Fernandez has more.
Agnico Eagle Mines is now the world's second largest gold producer, moving past Barrick Mining. Agnico Eagle mined about 3.5 million ounces of gold last year. Barrick produced under 3.3 million ounces in 2025. Both have benefited from the skyrocketing price of gold. Agnico sold gold in its latest quarter for over $4,100 US an ounce. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar did not do much. It ended the day at 73.43. West Texas Intermediate down a dime to 62.75. Western Canadian Select is down to 46.74. And the TSX rebounded today, gaining 608 points to get it back above 33,000. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Winner, Genyo. Well, coming up, an Ottawa man wins the lottery, and it could not have come at a better time. That story just ahead. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. Again, hanging out with the wonderful ambassadors of the Big Bang Festival, but also Ed Lister with Brass Tacks, a brand new group that you need to check out. You guys are going to be playing here on these staircases this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to be here tomorrow starting at 12 o'clock. And then we play at 2:30, then we play at 4:30, and then we do the same again on Sunday.
Okay, and you are going to play us a little lovely sample to break, so thank you so much. Here we go. And here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam showcasing Parliament Hill. Current temperature, it's cooled down about 1 degree to -5.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Boal.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Tuesday on CTV, Your Morning Ottawa, former Kid in the Hall, Bruce McCulloch, is bringing his latest comedy tour to the capital. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa, starting at 6.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's what's on CTV on your Friday night E-Talk, The Big Bang Theory, the CTV movie Recipe for Romance, and back-to-back episodes of Children Ruin Everything. We'll find a look at your Family Day weekend forecast. Back to Jackie to wrap things up. Jackie?
Yes, it's going to be a mild and mainly dry weekend, so it's going to be nice to get out and about, especially the cold winter that we've had. Wake-up weather, well, it's going to be about -13 to kick things off. Cloudy skies to start with, but again, we're anticipating more sunshine moving through. We are warming up to about the freezing mark. This is what the great news is. So mainly sunny skies for a Valentine's Day. Overnight low about -15. Daytime high for our Sunday, -3. And take a look at Monday. Yes, there is a slim chance that we could see some flurries or rain showers moving through, but I'm loving the daytime high for Family Day Monday. It is 5 degrees. So again, the Big Bang Festival, one of the many items or events that are happening in the city. What time is this, or what day is this happening up again?
This is happening this Saturday and this Sunday.
All right. And what can people expect?
People can expect a lot of energy and a lot of activities for all ages.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Quinn. Again, just want to shout out the special ambassadors who you will see here this weekend. And they are performing a dance here as well. And they have a signature pose, which they will show you right now as we take it to you back in studio. Hit that pose, you guys. Have a great weekend. Happy Family Day.
Awesome. I need a signature pose. That's great, Jackie. Thank you. And thank you to all of the ambassadors as well. And finally for us tonight on your Friday, a 28-year-old Ottawa man is $500,000 richer after a lottery win, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Kyle Simpson of Nepean split a $1 million Max Millions prize, which he and someone else won in the December 23rd Lotto Max draw. He and his partner got engaged over the holidays and announced they're expecting their first child. He bought the winning ticket after getting gas at the Circle K on Green Bank Road. Leave you with some scenes of winter as we head into a beautiful Family Day weekend. Good night, everyone.